Good day, team. My name is Lakshmi. I have overall 24 years of experience, and I worked in London, Belgium, Netherlands, and I've been working in Australia since 2018. I'm a citizen of Australia. I live in Melbourne. I floated a company called Hands-On Agile Coaching Company, and from this company, we are providing various training programs. So the main advantage that you can get from our company is a continuous support and a good learning from the quality trainers. I myself take care of the Scrum Master Product Owner trainings, and we have other trainers who will be taking care of the Azure Data Engineer, Power BI, Python, and all other trainings. So in this video, I'm going to quickly help you to understand, so what are all the skills that you need to acquire to confidently apply for the Scrum Master job, Product Owner job, or an Agile Project Manager job. It is important for all of us to do in order to acquire the skill. If you read the books, if you watch the YouTube tutorials, you can get a good understanding about the subject, but not that confidence. All if you want to get that skill, you must do it. If you want to be a footballer, you need to play the football. Yeah, otherwise we are not going to acquire that skill. So let me help you to understand. So what are the skills that we need to gain? So to in order to secure good job offers. So here I designed this program in such a way that so every day you will be having a 2-hour live class and a hands-on assignment will be there. On the day one, we are going to, this program is catered to satisfy the needs of the non-IT people, IT people, and the delivery managers. Anybody can take this training. And I'm not just telling just because I want to do some trainings, I'm telling with my experience. I'm the guy who take the decisions based on the data. Data-driven decisions are very, very important. If you see some of the students who recently got good job opportunities, they're all my recent students who secured good jobbers from USA, and India, UK, and good feedbacks. So I have been doing this training for last 6 years. So in this, like these are all the recent students who secured good job offers across the world. So from the data, I'm telling you that this program is going to really help you to secure good job offers, will help you to gain that required skill, which the market is really expecting. Right. So on the day one, let us understand the course content. On the day one, we are going to start from the beginning. What is SDLC, software development lifecycle? How exactly a project is being constructed in the software? We will understand the business people coming and gathering giving the requirements to the IT. In the IT, what happens in the design phase, development phase, testing phase, release phase. And we will also understand what is this waterfall methodology and what are all the challenges with the waterfall methodology. Some of the challenges that industry is facing with this waterfall approach is with the time to market is really high, and by the time we try to deliver all this amount of value to the customer, it is going to take too much of time, and the needs of the customers are changing, market conditions are changing, less return on investment. That is the reason this became a big challenge for many of the organizations. Now many of the organizations, they are shifting from these ways of working to the new ways of working. Okay, so in the new ways of working, what we do is we will have all these requirements. We will break down this requirement and we will prioritize what is really important for the customer. Then we will deliver that value to the customer. So we will try to understand the needs of the customer and we will deliver the value to the customer as early as we can. So breaking down that large chunk of value into smaller chunks is important. And we will see how this is being done in the IT. Right. So let me just quickly check. My pen is just giving a couple of seconds, a technical glitch. Yeah. So here in the new ways of working, we are going to understand how the requirements are being prioritized and how these requirements are delivered to the customers one by one, understanding the needs of the customer and delivering the value, gathering the feedback. Okay, so in the new ways of working, our focus will be completely shifted towards the customer and satisfying the needs of the customer, engaging the customer as early as we can, getting the feedback from the customer and delivering the value. So on the day one, we are going to understand the old ways of working, new ways of working very much in detail, and we will do a hands-on assignment in the Confluence. We will understand how to create a page. Good, that's what the day one. On the day two, we are going to understand a framework called Scrum framework. and we will understand what are the roles, events, and the the artifacts that are available in the Scrum framework. And we will also understand various roles in the Scrum framework. And we will focus on day two, we will focus more on understanding the role of the product owner, how the product owner gathers the requirements, acts as a bridge between the business and the IT, and how the product owner manages the product backlog, help the team members. So product owner managing the stakeholders, the regulatory requirements, and all this stuff very much in detail. And then we will understand more about in the Confluence tool, we are going to understand how to create a parent page, child pages. We will do that. Okay, so on day three, we are going to understand the role of the developers. How, as a Scrum Master, how, as a product owner, you need to form the teams. What is the difference between a feature team and a component team? What is a cross-functional team? How this team needs to be formed in order to deliver the value? What kind of techniques are there? And we will also understand we will form the teams and we will do a workshop called Skill Matrix. And we will do a hands-on assignment. And while forming the teams, if there is any gap in the skill as a Scrum Master, so definitely you need to raise this as a risk. And this is how you need to manage your risk register in your organization to have that transparency. What is the risk? What is the impact? How you are going to mitigate it? And who is the owner? And what is the current status? It is always good to have this risk register and continuously maintained. It's not a one-time activity. You need to continuously, regularly maintain this. So we need to understand the impact and the mitigation strategies as well. And we will also understand on day three the role of the Scrum Master. So the Scrum Master is going to create an environment for the team to succeed. Scrum Master acts as a process master. He's going to guide the product owner, developers, and how the Scrum Master interacts with the release manager, with the business people, how the Scrum Master creates an environment, what kind of challenges he or she removes in the real time. So we are going to understand all those activities very much in detail. And we will also create a page in the Confluence tool, and we will add the summarize the role of product owner, developers, Scrum Master. That's for day three. On the day four, we start understanding the agile planning onion. Agile planning onion. So what is a product vision? What is a product roadmap? It is very, very important. So okay, what are all the different layers of the agile planning onion? We will try to understand on day four. So day four focus is more about vision, how a vision is being built in the organizations, how do you categorize the personas, and how do you prepare a roadmap to achieve that vision. And as a part of the hands-on assignment, all of us were going to prepare a roadmap in the Confluence, understanding what we need to deliver for our customers. When we are delivering, having that visibility, having that transparency is very important, extremely important for the organization. And as a Scrum Master, you need to ensure that we have the roadmap in place. As a product owner, you are accountable for managing this roadmap. So we are going to, on day four, we are going to understand what is this roadmap, how we are going to categorize that into features, and how we are going to track them on a quarterly basis. Okay, we will see a quarterly roadmap and a quarterly planning. Now, on day five, we will understand after this roadmap how the product owner goes to the business people, and then how the product owner meets the business people and understand more about the strategies, break down the requirement. We will understand what are all the challenges with the waterfall ways of writing the requirements. And we will understand that, oh, they are not very customer centric, they are not value driven. And we will see how the product owner meets the business people and do the story mapping workshop. And in the Jira tool, we will see how this is being done. So this is the story mapping workshop. We will see during this workshop how the product owner is going to and the business people in collaboration, they are going to break down. So we are going to take a real-time project and we will see these epics and user stories. Okay. And on day five, in continuation, the assignment is all of you are going to do the hands-on assignment in the Jira tool. So all of you will be creating the epics like this. You will be creating the backlog, and all of you are going to create the releases. Releases are very important. What we need to deliver, when we need to deliver, very important. So we are going to understand the releases, and we will see how we are going to create the requirements as a product owner, and keeping the customer at the center, and how you create the functional requirements, non-functional requirements, acceptance criteria, and how do you write the technical requirements. All these we are going to understand, and all of you are going to write it. So I will be showing in the class, and all of you will be doing. For example, Beauty, she's my student, and look at that one. She has built the backlog and all the stuff. Okay, so all of you are going to, once you start taking my training, all of you will be doing the same thing. Now, next step. So day 5, we understood that, okay, we understood how the product owner writes the requirements. On day 6, we are going to understand how the product owner is going to prioritize the product backlog. What is this product backlog? And what is a practice? We will understand a technique called deep criteria. Okay, so all the items must be detailed, estimated, prioritized. Your product backlog is evolving according to the changing needs of the customer. Okay, and we will also understand various prioritization techniques. What are all the factors that the product owner need to take into consideration when prioritizing the backlog? It's not that a product owner randomly prioritizes the product backlog. Product owner need to understand what are all the regulatory requirements that we have, and what is the company's priorities, and what kind of dependencies we have. All these factors the product owner need to take into consideration. And that's when we will understand various prioritization techniques, and this is the backlog prioritization tool. So it is important to understand the subject, and also to understand how the subject is kept in practice. Yeah. So we are going to understand the I scoring, value scoring. Look at this. I scoring, value scoring, and we will also see that dependency is also going to impact the product owner in prioritizing the product backlog. So as a Scrum Master, as a product owner, visualizing the dependencies with the teams is important, so that you can take the actions to remove those dependencies as promptly as you can. So we are going to understand, so how can you take the internal dependencies, external dependencies, how can we remove it? Okay, that's all about the day 6. And on day 7, we are going to understand, okay, once we have the prioritized backlog, how this backlog is being estimated. Estimation is very, very important. So we are going to understand that, okay, the product backlog can be estimated using the story points like this, or the backlog can be estimated using the original time estimations. So we are going to understand both the scenarios, and we will see how the epic estimations is being calculated. Okay, so day 7 is always about the estimation. And now we have the backlog. Now we need a team to do it, right? So we will understand the forming the teams, and we will also understand how, as a Scrum Master, you are going to help the team members with the team agreements. How do you facilitate? Who is the facilitator? How do you conduct the meetings? Yeah, how do you facilitate the events? And we will understand how, as a Scrum Master, you set up the teams and help them with the definition of ready, definition of done, and all the stuff. So as a part of the hands-on assignment, we're going to create the working agreements for the team, and we will understand the definition of ready, and we will understand the definition of done. So, and we will be using various tools like Miro, Mural, Idea Board. For planning poker, we will use the planning poker. So we are going to learn at least 10 tools, easily 10 tools. Okay. And once we have the prioritized team, now on the day 8, what we are going to, we will be doing the setting up the events. So as a Scrum Master, we will understand how you are going to set up the events. And this is the sprint. And for that, we have the product backlog refinement here, and the sprint planning, the daily Scrum, and the review retrospection. So how you are going to determine the duration of the sprint, what factors as a Scrum Master we need to take into consideration, and how you are going to set up the sprint is very important. And then we will also understand how you are going to plan the sprint planning meeting on day 9. So here in the Jira tool, we will understand how the sprint planning is being done. So we are going to take the requirements, and then we will assign this to the different developers or the self-organizing team. They are going to own those requirements like this. I'm assigning this to the beauty. Yeah. And we will also see how in real time our self-organizing team, they are going to break down this requirement into subtasks like this. That's about the day nine. So day nine is more about how do you do the capacity planning and how you help the team members to take the right amount of work into the sprint and how the teams distribute the task. So this is the backlog. This is the sprint backlog is the plan for our development team. Okay. So the product backlog is the plan for the product owner. The sprint backlog is plan for our developers. So the developers, they are going to take the requirements based on their capacity. Whatever is really most important for the product owner, the developers, they are going to pull the requirement from the product backlog into the sprint backlog. Okay, so the sprint backlog, product owner, the developers manage, the product owner manages the product backlog. Good. Now, now that we have the product backlog, now we will understand on day 10 how the requirements are being progressed. How the developers they start working on the requirements as and when they have any kind of challenges. For example, they are not able to move at the progress with the progress. Maybe there are some impediments, some blockers are there. So they are going to raise a red flag. Hey, I need your help. So as a Scrum Master, we need to proactively step in and help the developers. So you need to help the developers to break down this requirement into the tasks which meets the definition of done. So we will understand how this is being executed, how the daily scrum happens. The daily scrum itself, I'm going to teach you for 2 hours, 30 minutes easily. Okay, it's not just about 5 minutes. 2 hours, 30 minutes, we are going to learn in detail. We are going to see various scenarios, how as a scrum master, you are going to handle. Understanding the scenarios and how to handle those challenging situations is very, very important. So that's the skill in the interviews they look at it. It's not like as a scrum master you facilitate, anybody can do that. But you need to understand what will happen when all the stories are completed, what will happen when some of the requirements are not completed, and what will happen when a scope change happens, what will happen when the company strategy changes, how do you handle all these scenarios is very important. Okay, now we completed the sprint. We are going to understand how to complete the sprint and yeah, all these things we do. And on the day 11, sorry, on day 11, we are going to understand the sprint review. We will see how the product owner invite the business people to review the work done by the Scrum team and showcase, demonstrate what kind of challenges, how the business people give the feedback, how the product owner incorporate that feedback into the backlog. We are going to see that one on day uh, day 11. And day 12, we are going to understand more about the retrospection. So now we completed the sprint, we completed our work. You are, as a Scrum Master, you need to help the team members to understand what are the things that really went well in the sprint, what didn't go well, and what are all the various retrospection formats is very, very important. And we are going to learn this one with a practical hands-on activity in real time. Look at this one, various techniques, start doing, stop doing, and we will understand what is this, what went well, what didn't go well, and 3L technique, 4C technique, mad, sad, glad, all these techniques we are going to understand. And as a part of retrospection, we will also understand how as a Scrum Master, you create the happiness wall and you regularly see how the mood of the team, checking the mood of the team is important. Understanding the agile maturity is important. How as a Scrum Master you measure the agile maturity assessment is very important. How do you conduct the surveys? All these things we are going to learn on day 12. And at day 13, we will, because many of the organizations, they are focusing more on the usage of the Jira tool and everything. So we will understand on the day 13, how we are going to maximize the usage of Jira tool. You are the information radiator. You need to radiate the information. So it is important for you to understand how do you fetch the information and display and share it with various stakeholders, being it as a delivery manager, program manager, release manager, or the business people. You need to clearly understand how to fetch. We will see how you can pull the information with the basic search and the advanced search using JQL. We will see how you are going to create the filters, how you are going to create a dashboard. Look at this. This is the dashboard I just created for this. We will understand what is the status of this, for how long this has been in this particular status. And you can see who is having how many bugs, stories. We will understand how many impediments are there, the teams is completely automated. So the release management, yeah. So that's all about the day 13. On day 14, we are going to understand that okay, learning Scrum is not just enough. We need to understand the Kanban as well. We will create a Kanban project. We will take up a support project. We will understand how to create the project and the reporting and everything. So we will extensively understand the report both from the Kanban project, and we will also understand the reporting from the Scrum project as well. So in the Scrum, we need to understand various reports. It is very important for you to understand the reports like the burn down chart, burn up chart, velocity chart, various scenarios. I will be covering the various scenarios of the burn down chart in the next video that I'm planning to do it today itself. Okay, team. So once you have that skill, because you are learning and doing, that makes you really confident. So whether you are from IT or non-IT, definitely we need to have all this expertise. Now, if you just open the job, I'm just searching it, and you see in the past 1 week, you see 14,000 jobs got posted, and you will be seeing like facilitating, understanding the roles, break down the requirements into tasks, which we have seen just now. And I'm just quickly checking this one, all these things which we are going to learn in the class. And after getting the skill, what we are going to do, I will help you with the CV preparation, with the exam, with the certifications, with the LinkedIn optimization. Then I'm going to help you to share you a lot of interview question and answers. A lot of real-time interview question and answers are there. This is the interview question and answers, and some of the live recording interviews are there. You are going to have access to all these things. Each and every live class will be recorded as well. Look at this one. This is the folder, and each of the live class recording, I'm going to share it here. I will be giving you a lot of reading material, some extra material, additional material as well, access to all these softwares, tools, a continuous support on the WhatsApp group. For example, if you just see PSM, so these are all the batches that I have conducted: PS January 23, February 23 to 2023. The latest one is April 2024. And this is the batch that I concluded. And you can see the continuous collaboration and the teams. And I also have a Telegram group. This is my Telegram group. You see 4,100. You have at least around 6 to 700 Scrum Masters are there, and 3 400 product owners are there. They're all working, and we share a lot of common best practices. No, I personally, I'm the owner of this group. I share a lot of job opportunities here. Now look at this one. Plenty of job opportunities and free webinars. We will be sharing. Apply the below job offers in UK Scrum Master offers, contracts. I continuously share. So if you are interested, you can join in my Telegram group as well and continue. Of course, it's not going to cost you anything. So with all this extensive support, you will be able to secure the job, and my support and services will continue like this. Okay, so hope you enjoyed this short video on understanding what skills are required for you to confidently apply for Scrum Master Product Owner. After my training, you can confidently apply the Scrum Master job, Product Owner job, and Agile Project Manager, Iteration Manager too. No second thought about it. And my continuous support will be there. When I say continuous support, after the training also, you can directly call me, and I work for 16 17 hours a day. And I have teams, staff members supporting me from USA and India as well. So you, all of you will have a good amount of support, and all these things are required. Being in the right environment, learning from the right person is very, very important. So if you are interested to in my training, so please do not hesitate to reach me. This is my WhatsApp number. I live in Australia. So this is +61 is the country code, 041 251 6364. This is my email ID, reachhnune@gmail.com. Okay, team. So I helped many charities, many corporates, and also a lot of people from IT and non-IT to secure good job offers. Okay, so if you like this a quick short understanding, so kindly like it and share it with your other team members, and do subscribe, because I'm going to post a lot of important uh, important concepts in the Scrum and other areas as well from today. thank you very much for taking time and watching this short intro on the course content about the Scrum Master and Product Owner. Thank you.